Exactly. You know. What else we got? What else is on tap?
This is your final.
Oh, this is my. That's right. This is the final one that I.
Actually, that episode. I love that episode because it was like how do we like not really leave the buy more and is that going to feel?
Yeah.
And it was just a real opportunity to have everybody colliding off each other in ways that they never had before with some real time.
It was really fun looking at an empty buy more too. I kind of felt like. It was like those days when you're a kid and you got to go to school, but it's like toward the end of the year where there's actually no schoolwork, and so you're just kind of running around and doing whatever, like playing Parcheesi in class, and then
put the desk away.
Yeah, and like, and I looked at this like giant open buy more. I just wanted to run around for no reason, like I don't know why I'm running, but there's nothing here.
You actually did run around.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the beautiful Matthew Bomer. You know when people that saying like God doesn't give with both hands, like, well, I told Matt, I said God must have been in the greatest mood in the history of being God, which is infinite, by the way, people. Is God. There's no time, and just whatever day that was, he's like, I feel great. I'm gonna make Matthew Bomer, and he's gonna be a model / actor. It's like
his looks, his talent.
He's got everything.
Right.
He's a nice guy too.
And he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Here's some, and they looked at me and was like, "Here's some humor, and here's some body hair." I was like, "Oh, hey, thanks, dude."
Lots of body hair. Lots of body.
I'm in a good mood. More body hair.
More body hair. Just pile it on. He thought you were gonna live in colder climates.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
give him a break. He's God. He knows what he's doing.
You messed up his plan.
For the last one I chose, Chuck versus the Nemesis, and we're having Thanksgiving dinner. And this was, anytime you're doing a big table scene, it is really, really difficult to shoot because you got to get all these angles and all this coverage.
This took all day.
And
it's really easy to write.
One scene took all. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's so funny. It's
you got everybody in one scene. You're like, great, and then
And when we were shooting it, I remember thinking, wow, this is going to be really, really tough to cut together. But why I chose this scene is because we had so many of the cast together, and I felt like everybody had these great little moments to kind of, that were definitive and very specific to their character and funny, and it was just it was a fun scene. It was fun to sit there with everybody and take all that in, and everybody got to kind of have fun.
I love that. Yeah.
And it feels like a family. You know what I mean? It's like the family is the heart of the show, and believing like that this is a real family and bring everybody together. It's
I believe there's a
heartwarming.
So those are my scenes. That's why.
Good
thank you.
It's good.
Thank you.
I like
Thank you. They were fun.
Half points throughout.
Oh.
So my scenes aren't from the show, right? That's okay.
These are Knots Landing.
Right. It's Knots Landing, Silver Spoons,
Dallas,
and Falcon Crest.
And Falcon Crest.
Is this you? This scene was so tricky because it was the first scene of the pilot.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't picked it.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
That'd be great. To me, it was just sort of, when I finally saw it, like, it was like, oh, I got the show again. Like, I mean, I knew what it was from reading it and making it and doing whatever, but when I finally saw it on the thing, it was like, oh, this is... And it almost wasn't in there.
Well, the scene almost wasn't in there. It was tricky figuring out how to start the show. Do you start with the action? Do you start at the party? There was, in the script, we kept going back. That was the only thing we really got notes on the pilot. It was a very smooth process other than that. But how do you start the show in a way that informs the tone? And this has absolutely nothing really to do with what the show is about, but everything to do with who the characters are.
Yes.
And which is why ultimately it won out, and we're glad it did. And and you look back on it, and you're like, of course you had to start the show that way.
Yeah.
But there were so many different versions, even in script, of how to start the show. And then we're like, well, is anyone going to get that they're on the first floor when Morgan stands up? And should we shoot outside the building to get them standing?
Especially since when we were shooting this particular scene, we were on the second floor.
Yeah.
We were playing the second floor for the first floor.
So
and you were out on some scissor lift with 2x4s. So like, guys, I don't know, is this really? I don't know.
And we wanted to have people out on the outside walking past, going, "Hey, do you know which way to the party?" And
right, I remember that.
But we couldn't do it because there wasn't enough room on the scissor lift.
No, exactly.
And it gives you a moment to live with the characters before everything kicks in.
Good choice.
Good choice. You're funny in it.
Point us.
I think at this point it's 2 to 64 million. I think that's ultimately.
No, it's a tie.